and Darwin Moya. Today we present our poster titled Building Confidence Through Interactive Description. The purpose of this project is to analyze students' anxiety and lack of confidence when speaking English, especially during video conference. We noticed that many students strike or hesitate because they feel insecurity. For this reason, we create interactive activities to help students reduce anxiety, feel more confident, and improve their speaking fluency. Okay.
Okay. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, dear tutor. My name is Darwin Moya Quiroga, and this is our poster. I think that it was an amazing poster because this is a work that we did, and today we share it with you. In this case, we are going to explain the activities about this poster, and the activity number one is guess who. For example, the students describe a person without saving the name, and improves fluency and vocabulary. The activity two is emoji talk, and the explanation is the student use emojis to describe feelings and expressions in a fun way. The third activity is who knows more verbs, a friendly competition to say many verbs as possible. It builds quick thinking.
Mhm.
And do you want to share with us the other activities, Lorena?
Okay, Darwin. Activity 4, learning theories word search. Students think words and then discuss their meaning. This promise critical things. And activity 5, virtual English coffee. Students join a virtual space, type friendly, practice English in a relaxed every moment. Environment. These
Okay.
activities help improve communication, vocabulary, and especially confidence.
Okay, Lorena. Additionally, our assessment plan uses continuous formative assessment. The teacher observes participation, fluency, and vocabulary, giving real-time feedback to reduce answering. And the student also completes self and peer assessment. The project lasts 5 weeks with 60 minutes session per week. Each session includes a warm-up, practice, reflection, and feedback. And to conclude, these activities help the student feel more secure and motivated when learning is dynamic and enjoyable. Students speak more and participate more and improve their English skills. Thank you, Jennifer, and continue, please.
Okay. And now I answer the question. The first question is what was the most valuable experience from your teaching practice? The most valuable experience from my teaching practice was learning to observe and critical analyze virtual session in a detailed way by review how the class developed. I was able to identify which elements make a session dynamic and motivate, or on the contrary, boring for the students. This analytical process allowed Me to understand how far factors such as the pace of the class, the types of activities students interaction, and the use of digital tools directly influence learning's participation and interest. They believe this analytical perspective has been essential for improving my pedagogical decision and creative, more meaningful learning experience.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks. In the my answer about the question number one, what was the most valuable experience from your teaching practice? Really, I felt very good because really I felt like a real teacher. For example, I learned tools about how may I guide the students, and it was a very good experience. The question number two is how did your view of language acquisition evolve during the course? I think that this course was very important because we learned how to be a teacher, how to guide students, and how to resolve problems. In the question number three, I there was a interesting activity about the Agora. Its name was Let's Do Karaoke. And I think that is a good idea when you learn, even when you are singing. When you sing, you are learning at the same time. And the question number four, what do you take away from the Agora events as a future teacher? I think that the Agora event was very interesting because all my classmates was showing their posters, their presentations, and for me it was very amazing because we have similar ideas. I think similar like you, Jennifer, and you think similar like me. And these are my questions, Jennifer, and that's all.
Okay, okay, Darwin. Now, question two. During the course, my view of language acquisition changed significantly. At first, I thought that learning a language was mainly about memories, vocabulary, and understand grammatical rules. But over time, I realized that the process is much more complex and natural. I discovered that constant exposure, meaningful interaction, and using the language in real context have a much deeper impact on learning. I also understood that each student's progress at their own pace and that factors such as motivation, confidence, and the learning environment greatly influence their development. This new perspective allow me to see language acquisition as a continuous, flexible, and student-centered process. And number three question, the activity that inspired me the most was the I imagine description. Eh, this activity caught my attention because it combines artificial intelligence with oral expression, allowing students to description I general imagine will practice vocabulary, preposition, and useful structure in creative way. And the number four, as a future teacher, the Agora event taught me that class should be interactive and dynamic. Activities like karaoke, quiz games, TikTok challenge, and AI tools help students practice more because they feel motivation and enjoy the process. Thank you for your attention.